Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a creator or just someone fascinated by the economics of the creator economy, you know this landscape is constantly shifting. But what we're looking at today, this isn't just some minor tweak. We are talking about the very first significant changes to the YouTube Partner Program since 2018. The rules of the game are getting a massive overhaul, specifically regarding how new creators actually get their foot in the door and how revenue gets distributed. Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and unpack YouTube's 2027 monetization update, zooming in on exactly how this new 8,000 watch hours rule actually works.
8,000. That's the new magic number. Or honestly, for a lot of up-and-coming creators, it's more like a brand new brick wall they have to climb over. Up until now, the gold standard for long-form creators trying to get monetized has been 4,000 watch hours. Well, YouTube is completely doubling that entry requirement for new creators starting in early 2027. It's an absolute statistical shock to the system.
And, as you might expect, the reaction across the community has been pretty intense. Looking at our source material, one creator who's been documenting these changes shared a really raw reaction, saying, "When I saw this yesterday night, I was heartbroken." And, that perfectly captures the anxiety out there right now. For creators who have been meticulously grinding away, trying to piece together those 4,000 hours, seeing the finish line suddenly yanked twice as far away, that is a genuinely daunting hurdle. It literally feels like the goalposts just got packed up and relocated. But hey, panic doesn't produce results, right? Understanding does. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the 8,000-hour shock. Second, the mechanics of the new rules. Third, expanding the revenue pool. Fourth, who is actually affected. And finally, your 2027 action plan. Let's get into it. Moving to Section 2, Mechanics of the New Rules. Unpacking the 2027 YPP threshold. So the crucial point is when you actually contrast the old rules side by side with the strict new requirements taking effect on February 1, 2027, the math is incredibly stark. Now, the subscriber requirement? That stays exactly the same at 1,000, but those viewership thresholds literally double. Instead of 4,000 watch hours, you're going to need 8,000. And if you're trying to sneak into the program via the Shorts route, that requirement jumps from 10 million qualified views all the way up to 20 million. Let's zoom in on exactly how this 8,000 watch hours rule works mechanically, because this is vital. This isn't some lifetime achievement award. Those 8,000 qualified watch hours have to be accumulated across your long-form videos exclusively within a rolling 365-day window prior to your application. Think of it like a treadmill. As each new day begins, the watch hours you earned 366 days ago drop right off your total. You have to maintain a really high level of consistent, engaging long-form content to pack 8,000 hours of audience attention into one single year. And the mechanics actually get a bit more nuanced when we factor in Shorts. Starting February 1, 2027, even if your channel is fully monetized and making ad revenue on long-form videos, your Shorts are going to be treated almost like a separate ecosystem. To be eligible for ads and subscription revenue sharing specifically on your Shorts, you have to independently generate 10 million qualified Shorts views over the last 90 days. If your view count dips below that 10 million mark in a 90-day period, boom, you stop earning Shorts revenue. Though importantly, you will still keep earning on your long-form stuff. Your Shorts revenue sharing just kicks back in automatically once you cross that 10 million view mark again. On to our next section, expanding the revenue pool. Why YouTube is making this change. Now, what I found absolutely fascinating in the source material is how YouTube is restructuring their subscription revenue. They're rolling out this brand new tier called Premium Lite to all countries that already have regular YouTube Premium. It offers uninterrupted, offline, and background viewing for most content. But for creators, this is a real game changer. YouTube is creating a dedicated pool of revenue for each subscription type. So if a viewer pays for regular premium, let's say 5,000 Nara, which is the example our source uses, 30% of that net subscription goes into the creator pool. But check this out. For the new Premium Lite tier, a massive 60% of that net subscription funnels directly to creators. YouTube then distributes all that cash based on members' watch time and views. And the updated ad revenue splits break down like this. For traditional long-form videos, creators will continue to earn the standard 55% cut of the revenue. That hasn't changed at all. But for Shorts creators who actually meet that 10 million view threshold we just talked about, they are now going to get a really generous 45% cut of the Shorts revenue pool. Also, YouTube isn't just leaving unmonetized creators entirely out in the cold while they're desperately chasing those 8,000 hours. Instead of relying purely on ad revenue, YouTube is rolling out some fresh incentive programs to reward growth and engagement for channels that are currently under the view thresholds. We're talking bonuses for hitting milestones with YouTube Shopping, new incentives for locking in brand deals, and even earning boosts if you're the one responsible for starting and growing viral trends on the platform. Pretty cool, right? Section 4. Who is actually affected? Dispelling the panic for current partners. Breaking down the creator status matrix here reveals a massively important takeaway for existing partners. If you're a creator who is already in the YouTube Partner Program, take a deep breath. You are entirely exempt from the new 8,000-hour rule. You're completely safe for your long-form monetization, and you absolutely do not need to re-earn those hours. This whole shift is strictly for new, currently unmonetized creators who apply for the program on or after February 1st, 2027. And, like we noted earlier, Shorts creators, regardless of their overall YPP status, will still need to maintain that rolling 10 million views per 90 days to keep seeing Shorts ad revenue.
And finally, Section 5, your 2027 action plan, how to beat the clock.
Because you guys, the clock is officially ticking. Based on when this announcement dropped in August of 2026, you have exactly a 6-month runway. This is your sprint. You've got roughly half a year to hit the current 4,000-hour goalpost before it officially doubles on February 1, 2027. So to accelerate how your watch hours accumulate, our source gives some really direct actionable coaching. First up, double your upload frequency literally today. If you've been dropping 1 video a week, start dropping 2. If you normally do 2, push it to 3. More quality volume simply equals more potential watch time. Second, relentlessly focus on viewer engagement to maximize the watch time of every single video you put out there. And third, your ultimate goal is to hit those 4,000 hours and lock in your YPP application before that February 27 door slams shut and the whole requirement doubles. The landscape of YouTube monetization is undeniably shifting beneath our feet. The entry barrier is getting way higher, but for the creators who actually make it, the potential revenue pools, especially with Premium Lite and the updated ad splits, are deeper than ever before. The goalpost is officially moving, so the only question left for unmonetized creators is this. Will you double down right now and beat the clock, or will you be forced to play by the rigorous new rules of 2027? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep creating, and I'll catch you next time.